Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the one to the apostles at GreatMillStone, ruling well. Yahweh Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakaka Dash, double, and basically I'm gonna got another Cashless article here. If you know anything, if you know what Cashless is, it's doing away with first of all the money system they're using is crap anyway. It's fiat currency. It's based off nothing, no intrinsic value, no gold, no silver, no nothing of value. Just paper money that they print based on debt. Because your countries are all in debt anyway. Their solution to a lot of the market crashes and all that is this chip, no cash. Anyway, I don't know why you'd want a cashless society. But, I'm talking about the civilians. We know why the elites want the cashless society, because they want you to all be a bunch of chipped RFID zombies. Slaves, basically. If you will, Anyway, Westpac CEO Brian Hartzer says cashless society is just around the corner. And he's right. And he's right, because these businessmen that are, they're people that are on the top of business echelons and stuff, they see where the world's going, and even if they don't know the full insight, they're the helms of business, so they know where the things are going. Plenty of intriguing insights about fintech were delivered at the Australian Financial Review's Banking and Wealth Summit last year. I'm trying to get to the points, and I've just going to a few of these articles and stuff like that. Brian Hartzer says cash is disappearing from the economy faster than any of us anticipated. A recent trip to Copenhagen by Westpac chief revealed the decline of cash in Denmark is driven by customers. Okay, Danske Bank mobile pay is being used by more than 80% of Danes to pay each other. After 5 years in the market, Hartzer reckons 95% of Westpac transactions will be online or mobile within a decade. And I'm reading this just so, because this is all cashless updates on the news. Other Westpac bankers are also turning Nordic for inspiration. Business bank boss David Lemberg told the summit about Swish, the now ubiquitous mobile payment service owned by the big banks of Sweden, where less than 1% of transactions are made with cash. So, Sweden's high on it, man. And, to push things like that in different nations, trial it out, over there in a lot of them Nordic nations, a lot of them people over there are very, they're very laid, docile and laid back and shit. And you got speckles of, some of them down there. A lot of them, you got descendants of Israelites over there. Got a lot of Israelites over there. But they're pushing this, and they're pushing it globally. He says, I think we are closer to a cashless society than many people would imagine. Lindbergh said. Visa's head of Australia, Julian Potter, told the event the use of cash by small business will decline sharply once the cost of moving and handling are made clear. So these top business peoples or whatever, whoever these, they're coming together, and these are the things they're discussing. So there's no denying it, because the people on the top are coming, and that's all the talk. There's always an article about the cash. That's why we put the videos up on it, because there's always something coming out on it. That's what they're gearing for. They're having meetings. Matter of fact, let me get this scripture. Because like I said, they're actually doing this stuff, yeah. Woe unto them that do not devise iniquity and evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And the people that's got the power in their hands to change things, and you know, that are controlling the system is Esau. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And you know, when you start going into it, you find out that these devils, that's what they do. They're always having these meetings, or they're always working these evil upon their beds, man. You know, when in the morning time, they're passing these laws, so you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. But they're having these meetings, and you know, there's another scripture that comes to mind when you read something like this, because they're having these round table meetings. These, you know, look at they're having these meetings, bro, and what are they talking about? It says, giving all the attention on artificial intelligence in banking, another key insight from the summit, which summit represents government. You know, the scriptures refers to the mountains and stuff, the other nations, and they have summit meetings. So the summit came from the head of digital at Commonwealth Bank, Pete Steele. AI is far more likely to arrive in banks via chatbots and other customer experience enhancements, well does for the reg tech applications. Now, you know, I like to skim read the information, the articles, because you know, I'm tying it into the scriptures. That's my main thing to do. You know, but you see, where our thing is about the scriptures, man. Let me read this part. The summit's core theme was restoring trust. Open banking shows how quickly trust is evolving in a new digital economy fueled by big data. So the whole cash thing is out the window. They're not even trying to mess with cash. You know? And you know, that's what it is. So they're having these meetings, and they're getting together. You know, all these financial websites and business websites and stuff, and this is what they're talking about. So it's not a theory. The article Cashless Society is just around the corner. That's the actual name of the report. Okay. Job 5:14. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noondays in the night. And you know, they're sitting around in the day with these dark plans, with these devilish plans, because they are devilish, by the way. You know, this is, you know, the Lord said whoever takes the mark of the beast is going to be destroyed. You know, it's against the law. You know, in many ways, man. You know, Esau's just, that's just, and like I said, you know, that's his way of putting you people in slavery. He's chipping you and monitoring you, and you know, and using his technology against you, and you know, trying to be like the Most High, tracking you everywhere you go, watching you through CCTV, you know, and radars. You know, that's what Esau's doing here, and which Esau is these so-called elites and their children, and you know, these so-called white peoples globally that descend back to Esau. But that's what their plan is. That's what they're trying to do. So it's a dark, it's a demonic plan, and then have these private meetings. But you know, they're pushing it out there, man, because they're but they're trying to push it out as a good thing. Convenience, cashless, you know. Anyway, that's really the point. I got the point out, you know. With that, I'm going to say shalom.